Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is Genique and I am a local realtor here in Memphis with eXp Realty. I am also a nurse and I am your nurse agent. In today's video, I will be talking to my first time home buyers, giving some good home buyer tips and information. And if you're not familiar with me and my videos, I do release content like this all the time. I will be talking about real estate and a little bit about health. So if those are things that interest you, then stay tuned. Okay guys, let's jump right into it. So you're thinking about buying a house. So where do you start? First of all, I'm going to just put out the little cautionary, just smart things to think about before you even start thinking about looking for a house. You want to be financially responsible, financially smart about things. So you want to think about things like an emergency fund, having something saved up just in case purposes, just having an emergency fund, paying down your credit card bills, lowering your debt. And then also you may want to think about just saving for a down payment, just to have something saved up that you can put down if possible. So once you've crossed all of those things and checked them off, now you want to do the first thing first of hiring a realtor. And you say, why do I need a realtor? I can just go to the home and talk to the listing agent. Well, I'm just saying that will kind of be like, going to somebody else who is the parent of somebody else and expecting them to defend you against their child. I mean, they are working for their clients. They're not working so much for you. They owe something more to their client than they do to you as a customer of theirs. So you need your own representation, or by representation, your own realtor. And second of all, it doesn't cost you a thing to have your own realtor. The seller usually is the one who pays the commission. So you don't come out of your pocket to pay your realtor. Second thing is the pre-approval process. And I'm sure if you have thought about looking for a home, you have heard about it needs to be pre-approved. And it's true, you do need to be pre-approved. So what do? If you have hired the realtor, your realtor can recommend to you some lenders that they have worked with, or it has good, they have good rapport with. Then they can make those recommendations for you. I do also say that you want to research your own lenders as well, and maybe get different estimates from different lenders to find out, maybe they can get you a better interest rate. But to research that for yourself, and to not just go one person, but to go to different ones and see which option is the best for you. Okay, and then in doing that, also there are some things that they're gonna ask of you, which is your tax records. You need your last 2 years tax records. You need your bank statements, and you also need your paycheck stubs. That's kind of standard across the board. So you're gonna need those things. So if you can go ahead and find those things and already have those when you talk to the lender, then you're taking a great first step in being proactive in your search. So when you talk to your lender, there are some things that you should keep in mind. You want to make sure that you talk to them about your monthly payment overall, everything included. What is my monthly payment going to look like? I mean, you want to discuss things from everything from the down payment to the closing costs. Be in great communication throughout the process, really, with your lender, and ask those questions up front so that you're not disappointed later on going to see a house and something you really can't afford. Then from there, once you have your pre-approval letter in tow, you want to go home shopping. So you got you and your realtor, you're going house hunting, you're going to look for your home, you find your home, and you decide you want to make an offer. And even before that, I would say that if you're interested in, like a certain area, you also want to research that area. I mean, you want to think about stuff like the schools, people ask like, is this a good area to live in and so forth. You can look up crime rates, you can look up schools, just do your own work and looking up research for certain areas. If you know a certain area you want to live in, or the research that you want to do, and narrowing down and knowing what you're looking for. And also, like, in my past experience, sometimes you get in the house and you realize later on that, okay, we're gonna quickly outgrow this house. So you want to like think about things, if you have kids, or how many bedrooms and stuff you need, the space, or how the room or the layout of the home, everything. You want to think about that, your needs, so that you don't quickly outgrow a home after you just pretty much got into it. So think about those things ahead of time. Okay, so you're home buying, you're home shopping, you found the home of your dreams. Yay for you. Now you're gonna put in the offer. In this market, oh, there has been so many multiple offers, and homes are going fast. So having your pre-approval in tow will be a great idea. Okay, so when you make your offer, you want to make, usually like when you make an offer like regular type market, you can go back, you can counter offer, you get different things like that. But if you're running into a multiple offer situation, you kind of want to present your best offer, and you want to have a realtor that can know how to get your offer accepted, or things you can do to make your offer more stronger. And one thing is also having that pre-approval letter, so that the seller will know that you're a serious buyer. Okay, so you made your offer, say your offer is accepted. You can also do some, like, in addition to that pre-approval letter, and you can do other things. You can also like pay your check of your earnest money during that time also, to make your offer more stronger. And there's so many more things you can do also. But those two things are pretty standard you can do to make your offer more stronger. Okay, you get your offer accepted. Yay. So your offer is accepted. Now you're gonna open escrow, got your earnest money in, it's deposited, and now it comes the inspection type process. So a lot of people get nervous with inspection process. Just know that your realtor can also recommend an inspector, and you can also research your own inspector. You also want to be mindful that the inspector, when they come, they're gonna go there and do their job, especially if it's someone you hire, you trust. Let them do their job, and then ask them how they like to do the process too, because it may take a couple of hours or what have you. You don't want to like be hovering over them, but we can get into that in another video. I will plan on talking to an inspector, so I can bring that to you guys as well. But during this inspection process, there is a time period. Time is of the essence. So there's a time period, a time frame when we need to get the inspection done. You need to decide what things you can be okay with, what things you are not okay with, what things you want to ask the seller to repair, or maybe you don't want them to repair it. Maybe you want to look at maybe a cost or a price adjustment, or maybe you just want to walk. You like, this too much, I'm out. So you have options during this time frame, and you want to talk about those things and be in communication with your realtor. Your realtor should be there. I recommend you be there as well, but you don't want to be in the way of the inspector, but you may want to be there too, because this is a time where you can be educated about the home itself and kind of learn what things you may need to know, and just ask questions. And this is a big purchase, so you may want to be there to ask questions. Your realtor, as a realtor, I would be there. You need to be there for your client. And I recommend that the client will be there too. But it's totally up to you. The inspector may say just come during the last hour. So inspectors have their different ways of doing that too. So, but there's time period. So we want to get the repairs done. We want to make anything that we need to do within that time frame. Or if we're going to walk, we walk. Okay. So after this, during this inspection time, there's other things taking place. You're communicating with your lender. The appraisal also is gonna, get done, and we've done any negotiations we needed to do with the seller regarding inspections. Okay, everything comes back fine and dandy. So after this time, we're gonna get ready to go to closing. So during closing, there's a lot of papers that has to be signed, and you also want to think about during that inspection time before the closing, you're thinking about things like your homeowner's insurance as well, title insurance. You're thinking about just different things in terms of getting ready for the closing. You want to make sure that you have not changed anything in how with your job and everything, that everything is still pretty much the same as when you got pre-approved, so that we don't have no surprises at closing. We want to make sure we position ourselves and been in communication with the lender, have provided the documents and whatever they have asked for in a timely fashion, and getting it to them, so, and the underwriter and so forth, that whole process. And then, so by the time we come to closing, we're in pretty good position to have a successful closing. And then you, at the closing, title will be transferred, and you will get your keys and your garage controls and all that, and you will have your new home. So there is a process. It's not a bad process, but there are things in the process, and like deadlines and documents that you want to make sure you have. And if you have someone there supporting you, like a good realtor, a good lender, and a good inspector, you should have a pretty good process, and somebody who's knowledgeable about it and could guide you along the way. And you can have the keys and stuff to your home. So just things to keep in mind. Remember to get all your documents. Remember to think about those things that you want in a home. If you have any questions from here, then please don't be afraid to contact me or contact your lender, or find your local inspector, and we can talk more about it. All right, guys, well, that's it for this one. Stay tuned for more information from me. I will be putting out those videos that I mentioned, and also we will be having a new market update coming soon. And I wanted to do Monday market days, but we'll see what day it comes out, because I definitely want to bring you that information in a timely fashion. I do thank you for watching my channel and tuning in today. And stay well. I just want to say that in the midst of everything going on with COVID and everything, please wear your mask, social distance, wash hands, stay well, stay safe, and check on one another. All right, guys, if you have enjoyed the information on this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I thank you. And until the next time, you guys stay well, stay safe.